Hi there, I'm Vapor with the North Solution, and today we will be going over a NVIDIA AI command, which makes use of a NVIDIA model, which is going to be this one, the Llama 270B. So we are going to be using that today in this video. But first, I would like to show you a preview. So we'll go ahead and ask AI. How do I make mac and cheese? And it's thinking very hard. And here we get a recipe for mac and cheese. So that's what we're going to be coding today. We will be making it using the pretty formatting and pretty embed. So yeah, I'd say we jump straight in and we go code. All right, then here we are, arrived at the code for the bot. And the first thing we are going to be doing is we're going to go over to the first link in the description, which should be this link. And you will arrive at a page, something that looks like this. You might have to go in and log into your account. If you don't have one, you have to create one. You can find on the internet how to do so. I am not going to show that today. After that is completed, you want to go to API, change the language to Node, and press generate key. Now this will be your API key. I'm going to copy that. My bad. We're going to go back to the code. We're going to go into our env file. And I have my token and my Mongo URI blurred. That is simply because of the sensitive information that it contains. And we are going to add a variable called an NVIDIA API key, which would be equal to that key. And this key will be revoked after this video, so don't try to use mine because it will not work. All right, so we are now going to go ahead and start on creating the command. So we're going to go into the commands folder, then misc. Then we're going to make a command for a file called askAI.js. Now I am just going to go into the example command, and we're going to just copy that. So we have a good foundation as to where as to how we start. And before we go any further, we are going to go ahead and install axios with npm i axios. And if you're using yarn, you can do yarn add axios, same thing. But for now, we are going to be using npm i. So it added 9 packages. So then before we go ahead with this, we are going to go ahead and import a few more things from Discord.js, namely embed builder and GoBlock. After that, we're going to const axios equals require axios. We'll go ahead and get the message config. And we'll go ahead and say API key process dot API key. No, NVIDIA API key. So we'll go ahead and change the name to askAI. Ask the AI anything. We are going to have an option which is going to be prompt. And the description is going to be the message you want to send to the AI. And we're gonna do set required true. Then we're gonna add another string option. This is going to be temperature. And this will be controls randomness in models affecting diversity of predictions. And this we're going to set to false. All right, so then another thing I like to do is I like to type edit this with the client and chat input command interaction. We are going to not have any permissions for this command. And I'll go ahead and get options from interaction. Now this is a type annotated thing because we have given it chat input interaction. Then we're going to go ahead and await interaction.defer reply. And we have to make sure this is async. We're gonna go ahead and get the query, which is going to be options get string prompt. And we're gonna go ahead and do const temp equals number options that get string temperature or 0.7. Now you could also skip the entire thing by doing I believe setting this to an add number option, and then we can set min value to 0.1 and then the max value to 1, which this should theoretically work, but I will come back to you on that once we are ready for testing. And then we can go ahead and do options that get number temperature, and we'll go ahead and make an which we're going to set the footer of, and we'll do client.user.username ask AI. I'll then go icon URL, which we're going to set to the client user, and we have to set dynamic true. Cool. So that is going to be the first part of the thing, and then we're gonna say so then we're gonna say if temp if is not a number, or temp is less than or more than, we're gonna go ahead and have an emoji going to be a big X, and then we'll have a error message set, but the chances of this actually being run are pretty slim since we are using the get number here, so it is going to be a number, but we'll check it just to make sure. And then we're gonna go ahead and do a little trackage and go ahead and just console log the error, and we'll go ahead and do our embed.set color. It's going to be mconfig.embed color error, and set description It's going to be an error cured. And we'll then just return that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to we'll just have a one-liner here. We'll do await, create API request, and reply. We're going to do temp, query, instruction. And this is actually not something that we have created yet, and that is exactly what we're going to do now. So we'll do async function, create API request, and reply. And we need the temp, we need the query, and we need the instruction. That. Then we're gonna define data, which is in just an empty string. And we'll go ahead and get the invoke URL, which is going to be equal to, and this will be also in the description, a long string. Then we're going to go ahead and say API key equals API key. And we'll go ahead and define the headers, which we are going to be using for authorization. So we'll do bearer, and we'll do API key, and we'll do accept text event stream. We'll do content type is indeed going to be application.json, and we'll then go ahead and do const payload. So we'll do messages. It's going to be an array of objects, and we'll do content is going to be input, and what we'll do is we'll do role is set to user. Then we'll do temperature, which is going to be temp, and we will have a comment because I'm gonna say the following variables are not to be changed. So we'll do top p 0.7 max. Oh wait, I forgot a comma. Max tokens equals 1024, and we'll do seed 42, and we'll do stream set to true, and then we'll go ahead and close this off right there. All right, so then done with the payload, we're going to define a response, which is going to be await axios.post, invoke URL with the payload, and payload, and we're gonna go headers, and then response type is equal to stream. All right. And then we can go ahead and catch any error if it does exist. Then we'll go ahead and response.data.on. We'll get a chunk of the data, and we'll do another try catch. Though in this case, we're not going to be defining anything. We'll just do const chunk equals truncate message data 4096, and we'll do send message interaction jump input Alright, so that's going to be our chunk. And then we're gonna go ahead and let response equal to chunk to string. We'll do it with UTF-8. We'll then go ahead and let JSON data equal to I don't know if the last part is going to be as useful, because my server started blowing and doing stuff, so I don't know if you can actually use any of the audio, but if not, just cut it out, editor, I guess. I don't know. Hope you can work with that. Anyways, resuming the code. Alright, a little issue arose, so we are going to quickly continue. So what I was talking about, we're going to do rest.replace, and this is going to be data with an empty string. And then we're going to do const parsed data equals JSON.parse JSON data. And then data plus equals parsed data dot choices dot delta dot content, and that should be this function. Then don't forget your semicolons where necessary, and then we're gonna just create another function which is going to be send message. Going to require the interaction data, not data, chunk, and input, and go ahead and set user message, truncate message. This is going to be another function, and 256. And we're gonna go ahead and do embed set title. And I believe that I am supposed to do this side of the module exports. So I'm just quickly going to cut this, and I will put it right in there. Let's set title. User message, and we'll go ahead and do dot set description. Oh, wait, and I'll do code block chunk, and then we'll just interaction dot edit reply, and then we'll return. And then we're gonna create another function, so async function truncate message. This is going to require the message and the length, and we'll go ahead and do const max length, const length. I'll do if message dot length is equal to is bigger than max length. Bigger than max length. Let me just not use that. We'll do return message dot substring 0 max length, and then we'll just return the message. Cool. So that should be everything then. So we can go ahead and Go to the files, go ahead and type cmd. Whether Notepad, the bot is online, it has been edited. And so I am just going to grab myself this and I'll do ask AI. How do I make mac and cheese with a special sauce? And we are getting an error, which is input is not defined. So I made a mistake somewhere. I have figured out the issue. Instead of query, have this be input. So that way we're actually using the input here and not anything else. And if you're wondering what I'm using, it is Notepad that I'm using. You can do for restarting the bot, you can do npm-i-notepad, and this will install your Notepad, and it might just update it. So yeah, that is a very useful tool. And then we're gonna go ahead and ask the AI the same question. Object promise. Okay. So we are not using await where we should. I will go ahead and look at the code, and we will go ahead and I'll be right with you. Right, so I have figured out the issue, and the issue was this is returning a promise. So we'll have to use await in front of the function. Do this on both times, and now we get the question that or the answer that we are looking for. So we'll go ahead and wait for the AI to do its magic, and there we go. We get a 1.5 cup special sauce. So yeah, that would sum it all up. And I really do hope you enjoyed this little video. It has already been quite a long video today. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you all again. If you have any questions, of course you can join the Discord. Links in the description. And you can go ahead and press the subscribe button, turn on notifications, hit the like button, all that kind of jazz for more of these kind of videos. And yeah, I will be catching you later. Bye bye.